Hello everyone! I made this fancy, creamy, restaurant quality salmon, but easy enough for a weeknight. I'll share with you how I did it. I'm using a 10-inch cast iron skillet, and hindsight is 2020, and I'll share with you more what I mean by that. But in my skillet, I put 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and then to that, I'm going to be adding these pads of basil butter. Now, I'm using the salmon that comes from Costco in the tin that's in the deli section, so I'm going to be using the basil butter that comes on top of the salmon. Now, you don't have to use the Costco salmon in the tin for this recipe. Any salmon that you get at the grocery store will definitely do, no problem. But I like to use the basil butter just for like a little bit of extra something. And if you don't have the basil butter, of course, you can just go ahead and use 1 to 2 tablespoons of just regular unsalted butter. Now, this salmon already comes with a little bit of seasoning on it, but no worries. I'm going to share with you the seasoning that I'm going to add to this, and that's the one that I also usually like to use. But the seasoning that's on here is basically some coarse black pepper, some coarse salt, and also some parsley. But this one here, this Tony's spice and herb seasoning, is what I like to put on my fish. And this is also, it'll say blackening seasoning on the bottom. Now at the end of the video, I'll share with you a visual of all of the different ingredients that I use. But since this already has a little bit of seasoning on it, I'm going to add my Tony's spice and herb, and I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit because a little bit of the seasoning goes a long way. It has great flavor, and you don't need to use a lot, which I like. For the salmon, I'm going to just very gently cook it on a medium to a medium low flame. So a medium to a medium low flame. And I cooked it for about 4 minutes on that first side. This is a pretty thick piece of salmon. And some, pieces of salmon are going to be thicker or thinner than others. And so usually anywhere from about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, sometimes up to about 6 minutes or so, you want to cook the salmon, and you want to do it gently. And the reason why is I don't want my salmon to dry out. Salmon can be notoriously dry. So what I found is that if I just cook it a little bit of a lower temperature, especially when you're pan cooking it, that it will stay nice and tender. And so once I flipped over my salmon, I went on and I seasoned the other side with some more of that Tony's. It's the Tony's spice and herb blackening season, and it also will say Creole on it as well. And so now I've cooked the salmon on for about another 4 minutes. I'm going to take it off. My salmon's not done yet, and it's going to finish cooking in the cream sauce, which is really going to give it that nice restaurant quality taste and also keep it nice, tender, and flaky. And then also there's a perfect temperature for salmon, and I'll share with you that perfect internal temperature for nice flaky salmon. So I have this third piece, and I'm going to do the same process of letting it cook for a few minutes per each side. It's not going to be totally done yet. I'm basically cooking my salmon till it's about maybe say 70% done, and we're going to finish cooking it in the cream sauce. So I'm going to have these drippings that are left in my pan. I'm going to be deglazing my pan with my cream. So once I've lifted up some of the little bits, you do want to kind of lift up a little bit of the bigger ones. I have here a half a cup of heavy cream, and it'll say either heavy cream or you can use heavy whipping cream. I use those interchangeably, so you can use either one and it's fine. So this is a half of a cup of heavy cream. And then once I have my cream in, and again, my flame, I have it on that medium to a medium low. I'm going to continue to just go ahead and lift up any little bits, just very gently lift up any bits. Make sure that you go around the edge of your pan that you're using, and you want to just start to lift up bits. Now I have it on that medium to a medium low because we don't want our cream to curdle or to separate. And so you want to definitely have it on that lower flame when you put in your cream. And so once I've got my cream mixed in with those little bits that were in the pan, now I'm going to add my salmon back into the pan. And my salmon is going to gently finish cooking in my cream sauce. And this will take around 10 minutes. And so when I said that hindsight is 2020, as I was putting my salmon back in, a little bit of a bigger pan would have been nice. I do have a bigger one. But you know what? We don't sweat the small stuff. And so I went on and I made sure that my salmon was all nestled down there in the sauce together. And for my husband and I, this was our Valentine's Day dinner. Valentine's Day just passed a couple of weeks ago, and so this is what I made us for Valentine's Day. I'm also going to make some sautéed string beans, and I'll share with you the recipe for my sautéed string beans. They come out really just delicious, and so I'll share with you also that recipe in the description box below. But whether you're having like a nice, restaurant quality that you want to have at home, or you want to have like a girls' night in and have just like a nice meal with some wine with your friends, or even if you're hanging out solo and you just want to treat yourself, this is definitely that kind of meal. So once I have my salmon all nice and nestled down, I'm going to put the top on my pan, and this is going to also help our salmon to cook nice and evenly and also maintain a lot of that nice moisture. So once my salmon has been cooking for about 10 minutes, I check it with my thermometer. So if you don't have one of these, I got this one at Costco and it was like $7.99. But you can get a thermometer at any store. You can get it at the grocery store. And I'm looking for a temperature of 135 to about 140, and we hit that. And if you don't have a thermometer for your meat, another way you can test it is when you press on your meat, when you press on your salmon, it should be firm. It shouldn't be squishy at all. It should be nice and firm. Now, once I turned off my flame, I let my sauce and the salmon sit in the pan for about 5 minutes because as it cools a bit, it will also thicken up. And I'm serving my salmon on a bed of steamed rice. You can also serve it with mashed potatoes, especially red skin mashed potatoes go really well. Well, this bite's for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite. This salmon comes out so good. It is such a special meal and it is easy to put together, especially you can do it on a weeknight. And the string beans, I sauteed my string beans with some olive oil and some kosher salt and 1 clove of minced garlic. And you see how nice and flaky that our salmon comes out. It is nice and moist and just cooked perfectly. Well, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in my kitchen. I'll share with you the visual of the ingredients that I use, as well as in the description box below, I will have a list of the ingredients and the best ways that I've found to make this awesome meal. I have my heavy cream, that Spice and Rub by Tony's. That's the Creole seasoning. And you see how it says also that it's a blackening season, so you can also use it for that as well. Of course, my olive oil. And for those of you who also shop at Costco like I do, this tin, the tin of the salmon, but you can use any salmon from the store. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, don't forget to show it some love, give it a thumbs up, and click share. Share this video with a friend or family. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can come back and visit me again in my kitchen. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. See you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.